Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म योग विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण योग वेदांत दर्शन साधना द्वारा आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से विश्व व्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति संरक्षण एकता धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्धानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं कैवल्यार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ योगदर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणं नमनं प्रार्थना। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अथ चतुर्थः पादः कैवल्यपादः। सूत्राणि कर्म अशुक्ल अकृष्णं योगिनः त्रिविधम् इतरेषां ततः तद्विपाक अनुगुणानाम् एव अभिव्यक्तिः वासनानां जाति देश काल व्यवहितानामपि आनन्तर्यं स्मृति संस्कारयोः एकरूपत्वात् तासाम् अनादित्वं च आशिषः नित्यत्वात् हेतुफल आश्रय आलम्बनैः सङ्गृहीतत्वात् येषाम् अभावे तद् अभावः अतीत अनागतं स्वरूपतः अस्ति अध्वभेदात् धर्माणाम्। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। Friends, we are seeing this topic of samskaras, their influence. Karma samskara, vasana samskara. Once they are formed, they won't leave us. We have to go through them only. Therefore, don't form the new ones. Existing ones get exhausted. Exactly this is the topic. In another language is put in the Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana in the evening class by Sri Vasishta Ji to Ram. He talks it in the language of Praktana Purushartha, Adyatana Purushartha. In the past Purushartha, today's present Purushartha. And today we will say that till that Praktana, and this was said in by Dattatreya Ji also too, or Parashuram Ji yesterday, till the effect influence of Praktana Purushartha. Here the final samskara, till it goes away or doesn't go away, the establishment in the Tattva Anumuti cannot happen. Throughout Yoga system, we will be taught that. Yoga Shastra bhi vahi kaha. Chitta Vrutti Nirodha Tada Tabhi, then only Drashtuhu Swarupe Avasthanam. In other words, If chitta vritti nirodha has not happened, so drashta will not have avasthanam in swarupa, but he will have with vritti sarupya, which is called jiva bhava, followed by it the samsara. So the mechanism which is working in us to bind us to be samsari, योग शास्त्र जितना स्पष्टता से कहता है ना, और कहीं हमको नहीं मिलता. वेदांत कहते हैं सब साक्षी बनो, सब मिथ्या माया है, उसको नॉट वरी, एंड इट आल्सो वर्क्स. भक्ति कहता है वाई यू वरी, यू जस्ट एंटरटेन ऑल वरीज ऑफ भगवान तो योर भक्ति, फिर वो देख लेंगे, एंड दैट आल्सो वर्क्स. All the three paths will work to eliminate the chitta with vritti so that the truth is revealed. Correct? So, eighth sutra was seen by us, in which tataha tad vipaka anugunanam eva avivyaktihi vasananam. So, karma samskara vasana samskara. तो विच एवर द वासना का विपाक हो गया, उन्हीं का व्यक्तिकरण होता है. ततः तद विपाक अनुगुणा नाम एवं अभिव्यक्ति ही वास. इससे हमको कितने चीजें सीखने को होते हैं कि देयरफॉर वी कांट बी इनएडवर्टेंट. फर्स्ट वी हैव टू बी अलर्ट. सेकंड, which vasana becomes matured to express at what time we don't know. Therefore, be alert. And every vasana, if it is negative, will try to derail us from the path. So try yourself maximum not to come under its influence. Isn't it? जान लेना ये अभी निद्रा है, ये निद्रा का वासना, या कामना है, काम का वासना आ रहा है. अब उसका मैं अभी बन जाऊंगा, अभी हो जाऊंगा उसका, then vasana becomes stronger, I will be derailed. The technique given is साक्षी बनो. करो भगवान से प्रार्थना, ईश्वर प्रणिधान, ओ लॉर्ड, may these vasanas get reduced from me, within me. They should not influence me, derail from. Dhire dhire, the vasana prabhava should get reduced till it becomes zero, so that what sadhana I have to do, exactly I am doing to reach. This is what is said in Gita 5th chapter again, 18th sloka. Shaknoti iha eva yaha sodhum prak sharira vimokshana kama krododbhavam vegam. काम क्रोध कम बिकॉज ऑफ वासनास, बट वो वेग के साथ आते हैं. उस शक्ति का सोढ़ुम, सहन करने का जो कोशिश करके सफल होता है, संयुक्त ससुखी सनरः. सो वासनास कम एज वृत्तिस इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कामना. So we should be able to withstand to that through the sakshi bhava. Then the vasanas get reduced. Then when the influence of vasana is reduced, then our ekagrata bhumika of the chitta is gained. With the chitta ekagra bhumika, sampargnata, all these samadhis are achieved. No, this topic is dealt in the beginning only of the Yoga Darshanam 580 साल दिन पहले, not साल. So, toward the end, again, as I told you, this Kaivalya Pada is summary of what is studied. So, this topic is again reminded to us. Because in the chakra of learning higher and higher knowledge, basic things we forget. Base is this: exhaust the vasanas, don't allow new ones to come. How important it is. If you don't exhaust vasana, they will push you to the worldliness. And if you don't stop gaining new vasana, there's no end to them. Then all our spirituality of becoming introverted, knowing the self, is only imagination. It will never happen. है ना, लाइक छेद वाला कोई बाल्टी वाल्टी में पानी डालो, कभी भरेगा वो? ऊसर क्षेत्र में इफ यू सो अ सीड, तो प्लांट आएगा उससे. इस तरह का एग्जांपल्स. नाउ in the ninth mantra, we have to see slowly, steadily. What he said is, Jati, Desha, Kala, Vyavahitanam api Anantaryam Smriti Samskarayoho Eka Rupatvat. दो बातें बताए इधर. What is that? Jati, Desha, Kala, Vyavahita. Vyavahita means hindrance, obstruction. For the expression of the vasanas, there are obstructions of jati, desha, kala that never make the vasanas get evaporated, they still remain and remain, then that jati desha kala vyavahitatva obstruction goes away. Then the conducive atmosphere when comes out, those vasanas get expressed. Like just because you have put the dam, the ability, nature of the water to flow down has not gone away. It is dormant in it. But you have put a dam. That's why the moment you open one gate or two gates, you can see the water. Chalat. So too, vasanas are there inherently in us. दैवीय वासना, आसुरी मानुष वासना, मानुषी वासना, तिर्यक वासना, चार वासना। तो उसमें क्या होता है, बिकॉज ऑफ कर्म, सी कर्म संस्कार वासना संस्कार, बिकॉज ऑफ कर्म संस्कार कर्म फल we get particular yoni. In that yoni, whatever vasanas have to be exhausted, they get exhausted. What about the other vasanas? उन वासनाएं इस योनि में एक्सप्रेस करने को होता नहीं. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ जाति व्यवहितत्व. मतलब इस जाति में वो वासना एग्जॉस्ट नहीं होता. लाइक द पशु जाति में पक्षी का वासना ऑफ फ्लाइंग एग्जॉस्ट नहीं होता. बट अगर है वासना तो इट डजंट डिसअपियर just because that jiva is in the sharira of the pashu. Sometime he may get the pashu pakshi sharira, at that time that vasana gets expressed. Till that time that vasana remains, that's the point. That till that time remains is called as kala. Some of the vasanas do not express in this desha. Like you have a idli vasana to eat and you went to North Korea and South Korea. अब वहाँ सांप वगैरह देते हैं खाने को और कुछ होता नहीं उधर. थाईलैंड वाईलैंड जाओ. नो, डज इट मीन दैट इडली वासना हैज गॉन अवे बिकॉज ऑफ द अदर देश? देयर वाज नो एक्सपीरियंसिंग कंड्यूसिव एटमॉस्फेयर एट दैट प्लेस. दैट इज व्हाई फ्रॉम देयर व्हेन यू कम टू इंडिया, इफ दैट साउथ इंडियन हैज गॉन, इमीडिएटली पहले चीज 2000 इडली ले आओ, खाऊंगा मैं. फर्स्ट यू विल ईट दैट बिकॉज वासना इज देयर. सो बिकॉज ऑफ born in one yoni, because of the different time, because of different place, vasanas do not disappear. They stay dormantly. They wait for the opportunity. They express. Therefore, every vasana made delays our sadhana. Therefore, don't allow the vasanas to get formed. This is the main point in this sutra. Because एक तरफ साफ कर रहे हो और दूसरी तरफ नया बनाते जा रहे हो, गंदगी. So, jati, I told you different yonis. Desha, I told you different desha. Kala, ये तीन व्यवहित होते हैं, ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन होते हैं वासना को एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए. एंड येट व्यवहिता नाम पे आनंतर्यम. आनंतर्यम मीन्स अंत नहीं हुआ है, वो एक जगह आकर व्यक्त होते. फर्स्ट पॉइंट, एक समय पे एक योनि में वो आ जाते. सेकंड पॉइंट इज व्हाई इज इट सो? Why? Because smriti samskarayoho ekaroopatvat. Whatever we have experienced, that becomes a samskara. That samskara inevitably comes as a smriti, and smriti creates that vasana. Vasana prompts us to do that or go for that. This is what is our Bhashyakara here explains. Let us try to see it. See, Vrusha Vipaka Udayaha स्वव्यंजक अंजन अभिव्यक्तः. अंजन अभिव्यक्तः. सो वृषदंश विपाक उदयः स्वव्यंजक अंजन अभिव्यक्तः मीन्स व्हाट? वृषदंश इज द कैट. कैट को वृषदंश कहते. द वासनास व्हिच हैव टू एक्सप्रेस through the cat sharira will express when the cat sharira comes. Simple meaning. Then sayadi, in that jiva, those samskaras of the cat to are there because of some earlier life he was. But right now, the karma samskaras are baliya, that he is in some other yoni, let us say the dog or maybe human. That's what he says. Sa yadi jati shatenava. In between hundreds of the shariras or different jatis, he has gone through that jiva. So 1000 saal pehle he has cat experience. And that cat samskaras or vasanas are made. Now, from that year to this year, in 1000 years, he might have gone through hundreds of other sharis, other jatis, other janma, other sharir. Even then, they remain. That's the point. So, sa yadi jatishatena va or dura deshataya va, dura desh mein gaye, that he is born in some other place, like in the water he is born as aquatic, or he is there in the swarga loka, kahin bhi dura desh mein hai. So desha also is not conducive to express that marjara vasana. Third one, kalpashatenava, kala ke drushti se 100 kalpas also must have gone, yet vyavahitaha means in that way abstracted from the expression. काल का अब्स्ट्रक्शन हो गया, देश का एक्सप्रेशन अब्स्ट्रक्शन हो गया, जाति का अब्स्ट्रक्शन हो गया, उन मार्जारा वृषदंश वासना को एक्सप्रेस नहीं होने देते हुए. These three vyavahitattvas are there. Desha vyavahita, kala vyavahita, and jati vyavahita. Yet punah cha, again svavyanjaka anjana eva udiyatu. When that conducive atmosphere comes to it, देन दो संस्कारों का उदय होता है. उदयात द्राग इति एव, द मोमेंट दैट गेट्स दैट पर्टिकुलर कंड्यूसिव एटमॉस्फियर immediately. Means what? 1000 years back, the cat samskaras are formed. Between 1000 years we beat gaye, and that jiva has gone through so many jatis also, gone into different places. After 1000th year, when the marjara sharira he gets, those samskaras do not take time to express immediately. They express, immediately express. द्रागित्येव पूर्व अनुभूत वृषदंश विपाक अभिसंस्कृत वासना उपादाय व्यज्येत. व्यज्येत means व्यक्त होता है, holding on to. Therefore, whatever we are now and variety ways we behave erratically, ये सब का कारण है पता नहीं हम क्या कब क्या क्या वासनाएं ले आए. And many other vasanas of birds, animals we have, but in human body they don't find expression. कुछ कुछ एक्सप्रेस होते हैं, इसलिए हम कभी कभी पशुओं की तरह व्यवहार करते भी हैं. कस्मात्, why this is so? Because यतः व्यवहितानाम अपि आसाम, though they are obstructed by desha kala jati, asam sadrusham karma abhivyanjakam nimitti bhutam iti anantaryameva. Because anantarya means they have not disappeared or ended, those samskaras which express this way. बन गए संस्कार खत्म नहीं होते हैं, वो रहते हैं, बस वो कंडीसिव एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं मिला एक्सप्रेस होने को. Like a person 4 times married, fully bhogi enjoying. Suddenly, one day he gets a thought and says bye bye namaste to all of them, all his 4 wives and everyone. I am going for sannyas. अरे सडनली एक ऐसा हो, सडनली नहीं होता है, दैट वासना का एक्सप्रेस होने का टाइम आ गया. Exactly opposite also true. Somebody in a great spiritual life of sadhana and all, even sannyasa is taken 20, 30, 40 years he lived. Suddenly he says, no, abhi main nahi karna hai sannyas sadhana, I want to marry. And how come it is? That vasana is there, that samskara is there. It has found the time to express. Both are we can see in the world. This is how the inner deep rooted karma vasana, then karma samskara, vasana samskara keep on working. We cannot escape them. वेरी टफ. दंतैः दंतान निष्पिष्य evening class में that much you have to do. Continuous he says कुतः च कि स्मृति संस्कारयोः एक रूपत्वात्. क्योंकि whenever we experience something, samskara forms of it, and that comes as the smriti. That smriti creates the vasana. Vasana prompts us to do. This is the sequence of it. That's what he says. Yatha anubhavaha tatha samskaraha. So simple. Whatever experiences we have, इसका संस्कार बनते हैं. ते च कर्म वासना अनुरूपाः. Then those samskaras generate those vasanas to do those type of karmas. Yatha cha vasanaha, as the vasanas, tatha smritihi. And smriti is at the mind level, the smarana thoughts. But that depends on the vasanas. Vasanas because of samskara. Samskaras are because of the anubhava. So yatha anubhava tata samskaraha. Techa means those samskaras are vasana rupaha. Then yatha vasanaha tata smriti iti. In this way, jati desha kala vyavahitebhyah samskarebhyah smriti. And the power of the smriti is what? जाति देश काल व्यवहित उसको नहीं करता. टेम्पररली अलग जाति अलग देश अलग काल में स्मृति एक्सप्रेस नहीं होता है. बट सडनली लाइक when you go to a place, suddenly you remember that. In other place you don't remember. वहां जाते याद आता है, क्योंकि उस जगह का वो पावर है कि वो आपको याद दिलाता. टाइम ऑल्सो लाइक इट समर इज गोइंग ऑन. ओ आम के पीछे पड़े हम. वेरी शरीफा है ना. द custard apple, we don't even have a thought of it because काल, we have the स्मृति of it, but वो व्यवहित हो गया because of the काल that it is summer. Within a 1 month now all mangoes will go and these will come in our smriti. Why? Because those samskaras are there. Why? And those vasanas are there. Why? Because those samskaras are there. क्यों? क्योंकि you had the अनुभव of that particular fruit. It can be this life or 1,000 lives back. महाकल्पों के पहले भी अगर वो अनुभव कोई संस्कार बनाया, संस्कार वासना बनकर, वासना स्मृति के रूप में आकर, स्मृति कामना को निर्माण करके कर्म कराता है हमसे. सो यथा वासना तथा स्मृति इति जाति देश काल व्यवहितेभ्यः संस्कारेभ्यः स्मृति. स्मृतेः च पुनः संस्काराः. अगेन थ्रू द स्मृति when you do the karma and uska phal samskar banta hai. Yeah, smriti itself is kafi again to make the samskara stronger. Smritehe samskaraha iti evam ete smriti samskaraha karma ashaya vrutti labhavashat vyajyante. So this smriti and samskara, when get the conducive atmosphere vyajyante, they get expressed. Ataha cha, therefore vyavahitanam api, even though देश काल जाति से व्यवहित है, नॉन एक्सप्रेसिव राइट नाउ, निमित्त नैमित्तिक भाव अनुच्छेदात. निमित्त इज कारण, नैमित्त इज कार्य. ये दोनों के बीच का संबंध नहीं तोड़ जा सकता है, इसलिए अनंतरेमेव सिद्धम इति. Therefore, it's only a question of time for them to express. So if the right time comes, they will definitely express. Therefore, how much we have to be careful not to take anything in the life or the world for granted. That is why pramada is the mrityu for a spiritual seeker, it is said. Pramado mrityurityaha Bhagavan Brahmana Sutaha. We see in the Sanat Sudhyatiyam, Sanat Kumara talks to our Dhritarashtra only about one topic in the whole thing. Pramada, 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 wahi mrityu hai. That is quoted by Shankara Bhagavan in Vivek Chudamani. What is pramada? Not knowing these things and therefore involving in the world with our inner and outer equipments in such a way that the samskaras and vasanas are formed. This is an inadvertence. And what's the result of it? That pushes us to enter into samsara only through the chitta and its vrittis. Then all our chitta vritti nirodha and sarupa pratishta, it remains only as a dream. Exactly this is what we were discussing in our introduction in the Upanishad class also. उसको ये ऐड करोगे तो विषय कंप्लीट होएगा. So instead of all these years of Vedanta Shravana, why the depth of understanding, why the intensity of sadhana not happening? Because we are extroverted still. Why? Ye wala subject. Vasana and samskara and smruti are so strong that we are only going for it. Then what to do? Obviously, कि स्पिरिचुअल परमात्मा तत्व का वासना है स्मृति और संस्कार इतना बड़ा है कि इसके भाव में वो सब चले जाएगा. इज देयर एनी अदर अल्टरनेटिव? व्हाई आर यू आस्किंग? जो मुझे बताए वो करो ना. व्हाट इज सेड इज डूएबल ओनली, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज सेड, देन डू इट. बट वैसे नहीं होता, देन भटकते रहो संसार में. हो किसके लिए कह रहे हो? मोक्ष नहीं मिलेगा, देन देयर इज नो बार्गेनिंग हियर. देन ठीक है, फिर मैं अगले 10 जन्म के बाद करता हूँ, तुम्हारी मर्जी है. क्या करो, 10 जन्म भटकते रहूंगा जगत में संसार में. ओके. अरे, you are jawabdar to your life. It is yours. That is why you say every one of us are, irrespective who are the things, beings, people around, whether भगवान आए, गुरु आए, या बीवी पति पत्नी आवे, हम अपना नमस्कार बना रहे, संसारी बन रहे. In the same way, those who are matured with all this knowledge, अपना positive संस्कार they are making, they are growing spiritual. Therefore, karma samskara through karmas, vasana samskara through anubhavas. Both samskaras again come as smruti. The smruti is the one which makes again look at the world and want to enjoy it again. फिर उस चक्कर में फटाफट धनाधन हमारा माइंड उसी रास्ते में भागता है. Then chitta vritti nirodha and swarupa pratishtha become difficult. So idea समझ में आ गया ना? Be careful about formation of samskaras of karma and vasana. Otherwise, vritti nirodha nahi hoga. One or two thoughts about this when we see. Then we go to the next beautiful sutra. तासाम अनादित्वम च आशीषः नित्यत्वात्. बढ़िया सा सूत्र है. These vasanas are anadi because the desires are anadi and you are not putting an anta to them. जब अंत लगाओगे उनका भी अंत हो जाएगा. Thank you. What is said as Viveka Vairagya in Vedanta is said in this language, in this Yoga Darshan. Both are same. Thank you. Om Shanti.